going on, people? And welcome back to another episode of In Case You Didn't Know.
Just in case.
Why is it called In Case You Didn't Know? Because we're going to bring you some information just in case you didn't know. And when you leave, well, you going to know. Today, I am here with my co-host,
DJ in the house.
and I also got a special guest for you guys. My dog is in the building. I called him. I said, look, I need you. He said, say less. That's literally how the conversation went. So listen, look on to my right-hand side, to your left. My dog, I'm going to let him introduce himself.
Yo, what's up? It's King J Boi, man.
You dig. And my dog about to come up in here and give y'all some information in case you didn't know. What's going on, brother?
Man, what's happening, man?
Man, listen.
I'm just trying to get in the know.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking
Just in
about.
case.
You know what I'm saying? So look, I brought you up here today because I know some stuff, but I got to get some more information just in case I don't know.
Yeah.
So what you got going on, bro? What's new with you?
Man, you know, I'm working on a few projects. You know, I got a few films coming out in 2024, and then I'm getting ready to go into production for some more. We trying to lock it up. Then, you know, I've been working on that music stuff too, so, you know.
Oh, man, yeah. I know you just dropped the album, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Come on, man. My dude out here doing hot things, man. He trying to wreck shop for 2024.
Oh, yeah.
But for those of the people who don't know, bro, give us a little background about yourself, like, you know what I'm saying, a little snippet, where you from, you know what I'm saying, what you know.
Oh, yeah, so I'm originally from Memphis, Tennessee. You know, I'm born and raised.
Come on, man, right there. He used to be, he grew up under Project Platinum, man.
Oh, yeah, well, that's the OG.
You dig? I feel that.
Yeah, I'm originally from Memphis, Tennessee. I've been doing music for a while, and then I was landed a acting role in a movie, in a project. Actually, it just released. It got held up, and then it just not released December 1st.
Okay.
And then, you know, I went on set and kind of got a vibe for what was going on.
He got bit by that acting bug.
Yeah, that was like, man.
What's the name of the movie?
New Year, New Us 2. It came out December 1st.
Say it again.
New Year, New Us 2.
New Year, New Us
2. Yeah.
Okay.
So it was the first one, right?
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
it's like, it's about a couple, you know what I'm saying? And they like, he a street exec, whatever, but she, you know, I'm the bad guy in that movie because I'm trying to get her and I'm basically wrecking the happy home or whatever, but you know.
Okay, so in the movie, we're not seeing you dragged anywhere. So you're the bad guy.
Yeah, no,
Or you doing the dragging?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
So look, check this out, though. Y'all know he said that he didn't got tapped into the movies and everything, but my guy started directing his own films.
Oh yeah, so that's the other piece.
Listen, you know. So I cut you off. So
No.
okay.
I mean, that's perfect timing. So I mean, what happened was, you know, I went on set, you know, and so, all right, bag of little background information. So, I always did the music thing independently. So, when you independent, a lot of times it's a lot of it's better when you able to control the different things that's going on, right? So what I did was I learned about every piece of it, from marketing to video production to, you know, engineering, mixing and mastering. I learned all the lingo and I learned all basically the tricks and trades to it all.
So where you could just be your own one-stop shop.
Yeah, essentially, or at least I could hold those conversations. So when I walk into a studio, hey, this is what I want. Or when I'm using, you know, talking to a video director, like, hey, this is what I'm looking for. And so in short, in a lot of instances, I ended up directing my own videos, or, you know, I'm executive producing my own album or whatever. So
right.
I'm telling people what I want, and I'm speaking the lingo because I'm knowledgeable of it or whatever. And so long story short, my last album, it was my first album, Suburban Music 1, I directed all of the videos. So I contracted somebody here to kind of help me with it, and we kind of traveled all over. We went to LA and shot video, went to Miami and shot video, we did videos here, and throughout that process, like producing videos at that level, I gained a large amount of knowledge of production.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I learned a lot of stuff about production in general, right? And so when I went on set for my first acting role, I was like, man, crazy thing. I feel like I can do this.
Right.
Yeah. And so I turned around and man, the very next summer, it wasn't long, I invested and bought a whole bunch of cinematic equipment, from lights to a cinematic camera and the whole 9 yards. I went and bought it all, and then it took me a little time, and I slowly built the team, and then I taught myself how to do all this stuff.
And y'all know he said he slowly built the team, which I want to announce that I have proudly become a part of. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, you know, my guy gave me an opportunity, which is crazy. No, I'm gonna tell this story how we first met, right? So, a mutual friend of ours, Jalen, he posts something in our actors group on GroupMe, and I hit him up and asked him how could I go about getting this role or whatever. So he was like, send your resume to this email address and yada yada yada. But at the time my computer was tripping, so I couldn't update my computer. Mm-hmm. So I just let it go because I didn't want to send no half empty, you know what I'm saying, or just unprepared, being unprepared basically.
Right.
So I just said I'm gonna just let it go. So I think probably about a month or two had passed. And then he hit me. He was like, Rico, you still interested in that role?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, all right. I think he said, did I send you my headshot or something at first?
Probably something like that.
So he was like, just send your headshot. I was like, I don't need no resume. He was like, nah.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, I can do that. And I got some fresh fire headshots too.
Yeah.
So I shot Jay my headshots. And then it was a go from there. So what we did was he sent me over the paperwork, the NDA and everything. I signed it. And then he sent me the script. I had less than 24 hours to memorize the script, bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
So look.
Wow.
Nah. It was crazy.
So look, check it out. I go to I got I'm gonna say a text message saying be at this location, wear this and this for this time. So I get there, I got the script in my hand, I go in there, I introduce myself, I'm like, I'm Rico. So it was like, everybody was sitting around and Jay was setting up. Because mind you, this dude wear different hats. He the grip, he the director, he lights, and he, you know what I'm saying? And he's the actor. Mm-hmm. So he was like, they was looking at me weird. So I'm sitting in the chair and I'm going over the script because mind you, I just got it.
Right.
Yeah.
So I know it, but I'm refreshing. So, they looking at me weird. So I'm like, why the hell are they looking at me like that? I don't know nobody here.
Yeah.
So he was like, hey, what did they tell you? So I'm like, bro, they just told me to wear all black and be at this location for such and such time. He was like, all right, I'm going to fill you in.
Yeah.
Just to get to the end of the story.
Right.
They gave somebody else the damn part.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
So you instantly became an understudy.
Nah.
In a way, well, no.
So,
you got to
all right.
finish the story.
So,
Come on, let's go.
he was like, well, since you come recommended by Jalen, I know you know how to act, so I'm going to just write you in.
Right in on the spot.
Yeah,
So,
that's how
now, mind
Black
you-
was created.
So no, that's not how Black initially was created. That's how he was created.
Right.
But the dude walked in there, and he was like, man, don't I know you? I was like, yeah, we was on Country Wayne together. That's right, that's how I know you. The other guy who they actually gave the role to, he was like, I knew I know you, you Black.
Yeah.
And then that's how the character got his name Black.
Nice.
Yeah.
And we
It's
rolled
crazy.
with-
I had never seen the skit before with
Right.
Black. Yeah, that was what was crazy. I just heard Black. I was like, oh, you know what? That's a
That's
good
his name.
idea. Yeah, that's his name. Yeah. We're going to keep him Black. It's Black. You know
And
what I mean?
then that's how it came about, bro. And then ever since that night, dude, we filmed from like what 9
Yeah.
Including all the setup. While we left there, the sun was coming up.
Yeah,
that sounds about right.
I was just gonna say I was gonna plug in right there. It's like, you know, so I think that's the biggest difference. You know, coming from music to the film world, like, you know, it's a different kind of grind. Like music is its own grind. You know, you're doing videos, take all day long, but movies is different.
Absolutely.
Like, especially like when you the director and you the person that don't leave until everybody leave.
Right.
Man, like there have been plenty of days where we filmed 36 straight hours. And like I know you can't really imagine it. Like if you've never done it before, you can't really imagine what it's like to be on set for 36 consecutive hours. But sometimes that's what it takes.
Well, I think we're in an interesting time in film and in other mediums. I mean, I'd like to go back to music in a second, but I'm glad we're at the music part or the film part because of everything going on in the film world in general.
Yeah.
You know, on one half, you got all the drama going on with people's lives, everything behind the scenes. Then on the other hand, you got people who feel they've been underpaid forever. Like Taraji was just in a video and crying, saying how she's been underpaid forever and she hasn't had a raise since, and she brought up one of her older films.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so it's an interesting time because I think we're making a transition, you know, to smaller things and smaller people becoming the bigger thing.
Now, it's so funny because like you mentioned it, so that like this, it is funny because, you know, I'm an artist and I'm from Memphis or whatever, and of course, you know, I come from a unique culture, right? I mean, to put it plainly, I come from the hood. You feel me? Like I come from a tough background. So a lot of people don't know that I actually have a business mindset. So I take the business approach to everything. I did that with music. That's why I found my success. That I took the business approach. That's why I learned all the different things. That's why I took that approach to make sure I understood what I was looking for. You know what I'm saying? So like in the film industry, that was actually my first take. I was like, okay, so how does this make sense? Let me study the industry first. And you just hit the nail on the head. Like, nah, that's it. The industry has drastically changed. Yeah. And I think, especially for black people, one of the things that I've been kind of like real big on and promoting is like, you know, ownership. You know what I'm saying? And I think so. Like I not understood the whole strike, and I get it. But at the same time, we're at a different era where just create your own content.
Yeah.
Stop
waiting on them to pay you. Like, you get what I'm saying?
And see, the whole being in the position that we are as actors and creators. The new concept, or it could be an old concept, maybe it's new to me because that's some information in case I didn't know. You know what I'm saying?
Just in case. Know.
Just in case.
You better listen.
Yeah, come on. But the new saying for me, I guess, is why wait, create.
What?
You see what I'm saying?
Chase say that and Country Wayne them say.
So I guess that's why I keep hearing it because that's the world I'm a part of. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I done played ball with Chase a few times, so I'm familiar with that circle.
Okay,
so we hadn't had that conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
But
excellent.
Just in case y'all didn't know, the film that Jay gave me the opportunity to be upon is called Dues Paid.
Dues Paid.
But he has some other films that are going to come out before that. So why don't you tell us about that?
Okay, so I'm here to run the whole story then. So when to picking up at the store is kind of where it was. So I invested all that money, and I had a homeboy back at the crib back in Memphis. He was like, you know, I'm gonna help you with it. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna spend that kind of money, and I spend a lot of money. Let's go. I wouldn't have did it all. I spent a whole lot of money.
When you said that.
Yeah, it was a whole lot of money. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of was, I was betting on myself. You know what I mean? I didn't know it was gonna work. I didn't, not initially.
I mean, you just took that leap of faith.
I did,
right.
And so I got all the equipment in, and I was waiting on my homeboy to write a script, right? And he was like, I got you. He just kept prolonging, and I spent in the 5 figures. You see what I'm saying? So, like, listen to what I'm trying to tell you.
So, that goddamn battery that we broke that night we was filming?
Oh, yeah. See, that was the battery I broke. That's a $1,200 battery. That was a problem. Like, that was a problem. We talk about that later. I actually came here to collect. See if you had something on it.
They're like, you was there too, nigga.
Let me hold something.
Yeah. So, but he kept, basically it was bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, and I couldn't get it. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna write it. And I wrote a movie.
Why wait, create?
I swear. And so what I wrote a film called Hood Baby. And it's special to me because I called it Hood Baby for a reason.
Now, since you said that, all I keep hearing is that little Hood Baby song in my
head. Make sure y'all check that out.
Check out Hood Baby streaming on Tubi. You know what I'm saying?
So Hood Baby was... So I don't know if y'all caught the name of the album. The name of the album is Suburban Music.
Okay.
That's strategic. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
because you was in the hood and
I was
now
in
you in the suburbs.
Now I'm in the suburbs.
Come on, man. I
got you.
Yeah. So, but the whole thing was I'm in a suburb, but I'm still a little hood baby.
Yeah.
So I did a song called Hood Baby a few years ago and did not release it. And I was waiting on the perfect time, and then here I was, and it just dawned on me like, hey, just call the movie Hood Baby. And I told a loosely based story around some things that
actually occurred.
Maybe not.
That's why you said loosely. A little fabrication to make it sound a little better.
Right, you get what I'm saying? And so then I did Hood Baby. And then Hood Baby just became a thing, and then it was like, so all my homeboys was like, oh man, it's Hood Baby, we need to do another Hood Baby. So I was like, you know what? Let me just call the company Hood Baby Films.
Right.
And so all the movies that we did are all interconnected based on their Hood Baby story. So all the movies that we did were like backstories for Hood Baby.
Okay.
So the first movie we did was Innocent Shots. Innocent Shots is actually about to drop January 23rd. So with less than a month.
Yeah.
All right. Then after Innocent Shots, we did another movie. So Innocent Shots was like a off-shot backstory of starting to tell how Jay got to that point. Because at the end of Hood Baby, I went to jail. And like they were like, why you send yourself to jail? I was like, calm down, just wait. I got a big plan, right? It's a whole story.
Let it cook.
Right. And then so we went to the backstory Innocent Shots, and we showed. Well, I'm not even the lead character, but you seeing me interact with different people. I'm in the middle of. I'm the one supplying them in the hood. They got some beef going on. Somebody get killed. Yeah. And I get twisted up in the story. And then we did another backstory after that called 1-2. 1-2 was about the cop and the detective that arrested me in Hood Baby.
Is that the cop that when Jalen played?
Jalen played, yeah.
Okay.
Jalen played Officer Hart, and then it's another guy named Amos. He played Detective Johnson, and so we did a story about them, a backstory about them, and how they crossed paths with the two people that worked for me in Hood Baby, showing why they was on my tail basically in Hood Baby. And what happened was in the backstory, y'all end up saying I don't want to give away the story, but something happened, and then that's what put them on my coattail in Hood Baby. Okay. And then we finally did the movie that you were in, Dudes Paid. And Dudes Paid to drop sometime. It'll drop after those two drops, so it's gonna drop sometime in 2024.
So that means I gotta wait a little longer than I expected.
A little longer.
But look, so give us all of those film names in the order, I guess.
Okay, so Hood Baby's already out.
Hood Baby on
Tubi, Peacock, I want to say all those platforms. If you log into the IMDb, Hood Baby, King, J Boi, it'll give you the list. I'm
following on IMDb, dog.
I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it'll give you the list. But I know Peacock, Tubi, Amazon, because, all right, so when I did the first movie, and then so what I did was I didn't know what to do with it. So I went on a Google, started searching, blah, 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 made a few phone calls, boom, boom, boom. And it was like, hey, here are a few people that you could submit it to. And I submitted it to a few people, and 2 people called me back instantly.
Come on, man.
They was like, yeah. And this was after a blind investment, right?
Yeah.
And one of the companies basically offered me a perpetual deal. So
Now.
I got So I got
So I know a little something. I know a little something.
So I got unlimited distribution, which is how I did all the movies.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And then we get ready to boot up again for 2024.
So we got Hood Baby,
Innocent Shots, 1, 2,
1, 2.
Dues Paid.
Dues paid.
Dues Paid is when your boy is gonna be premiered. Now listen,
Dues
another
Paid.
backstory about Dues Paid. Now I told y'all how Black came about. The spin in that is very much a blessing for Black, because the character that I initially was supposed to play, Black gonna kill him.
Interesting. Yeah. That's
So just a
crazy.
little change you get to live.
I get to live to
That's
see
what's up.
Dues Paid too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
That is something ironically that happened.
that's crazy, bro.
Because we was actually trying to figure out. So another thing about the film world for inspired actors, directors, you can write something one way, but then a lot of times when you get on set, you got to improvise because stuff happens.
Yeah.
And it's like constantly happening. Like you having to constantly make changes, and that was one of the things that happened because we lost one of the Hispanic actors.
Oh.
So we was like, okay, well, we got to figure this out. You know what I'm saying? Because right now we on a schedule right now, and like I know you make changes to the schedule, you losing money, you losing people, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So
I think a large thing in both industries, both music and in film, especially when you're trying to get started, is opportunity meets availability.
Yeah.
Even with me sitting on this couch, with this brother sitting on this couch, you sitting on that one, part of that is saying, listen, I can do this. I'm available for that. Then somebody providing an opportunity and you move. Not like, oh, well, let me get back to you because I got a good idea.
Yeah.
No, it's like, okay, now, here you go.
Yeah. That's a fact.
It's just like somebody saying, oh, you a rapper? Give me 16.
Yeah.
And then you say, oh, hold up.
Yeah.
Right.
No, it's not about that.
Right
you
now.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
So can you share with us like one example story, since you've been in Atlanta, that just specifically came from your availability and an opportunity,
Man, that acting
based
role,
on your preparedness?
Yeah, that acting role, that was it. The New Year knew us too, which was crazy because it fueled all of this.
Yeah.
She randomly called and she was like, I got something. That wasn't the first acting role that I was offered, but it was something about that one. It was like perfect time, and I was like, quick brief violin story. So in 2020, I got down here in 2019.
Right.
It's 20. I moved to Atlanta in 2019.
Okay.
COVID hit at the top of 2020, so to speak, and then my mom ended up passing like midway through like August 2020. Yeah, so it's all good. So then I went through like a depression like around that time because the pandemic changed the landscape of music. So I was in the middle of doing things.
Please remind me to come back to the pandemic because I was going to mention that earlier. I stored it away because there's a lot of stuff that goes on with the pandemic we're living in now. But I'll talk about that later. Please continue.
Yeah, so I hit a wall with my music with the pandemic. Then my mom died and all that, so I went into like this depression. Woo. I wasn't doing nothing at all, right? And so then I started back up. So I got back in the gym, got myself in shape, got my mental right, and I did the album. That's when I did Suburban Music. And then, but I'm still trying to navigate this new landscape for music. It's different because now you got to understand the internet. You know what I'm saying? You got to really understand the internet. At first, you could just have an Instagram page and make sure it look good, post pictures while you in Miami, Right. Now, no, you got to actually understand social media.
Yeah.
Like from a marketing perspective, so it's different. And throughout that little phase of me figuring it out after Suburban Music, I hit a brick wall because I was using a lot of brick and mortar methods to market the album, and it worked and didn't work. You get what I'm saying? So I'm still trying to learn, and she was like, she called, she was like, I got an acting role for you. And at the time, I was just came out the run with the album, like, so we was back in Atlanta, and I was like, okay. She was like, are you available? And like it was like in a week or something like that, to come to the first reading or whatever. And I was like, you know what, yes. And I just committed to it. Like I didn't even think, I just committed to it, you know what I'm saying? I'm also the type of person, once I give you my word, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad he
Can't
gave me
break
his
it.
word to come slide on your boy today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But-
in case you didn't know. Yeah.
Just in case. Just in case.
With that being said, like, so for myself and DJ, do you actually have like a 9 to 5, or this just your 100% grind?
I mean, so I do a lot of stuff. I guess I can plug this in there. So I also have a nonprofit too.
Nonprofit. Say
Yeah.
your nonprofit, man. Plug
Yeah,
that.
so it's TJA. It's Team J Boi Athletics, basically.
Okay, in case you didn't know.
Yeah, in case you didn't know, 501c3. Well, basically what it's for, and it'll get me into my story.
Okay.
Basically what it is for disadvantaged urban neighborhood athletes.
Okay.
So another piece to this is I played collegiate basketball.
I knew that. I was gonna kind of bring that up when you were saying something about you from the hood and you take hood methods to your marketing scheme.
Absolutely.
But you got it.
Yeah.
So, question in that about it being hood athletes is that, do you have an age range, or is it?
No. So I deal with them all. I also could plug. So my 9-year-old daughter actually plays. So we kind of gearing her up and kind of use. So it's really like a mentor program, basically. But it's mentor, but not just mentor, because I train too. I coach the whole 9 yards. You get what I'm saying? I do it all. But the nonprofit itself is basically to mentor kids through that process, because I went through it and I didn't really have guidance. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's funny. I was just talking to somebody earlier about, like, I look back on the pitfalls that I had, when I was playing, because I was crazy athletic. I could just flat foot play, but I kept running into brick walls, and I could never understand why. And now as an adult, I realized a lot of it had to do with my mindset.
Just for clarity, because I don't know if we've mentioned it yet. Are we talking about just b-ball? Are we talking football? Are we talking about all sports?
Yeah, basketball.
Just basketball.
Yeah, well, my nonprofit, I deal with all athletes.
All, okay.
Right, but me personally, like, I chase basketball. I mean, I played football, pretty good football player, but like by the time I got to my 10th grade year, I chose a sport.
Right.
And I gave all my energy to that sport. But,
I mean, shit. He like 6 foot forever.
Yeah.
hey, so is David Njoku.
Right.
That is a tight end that plays for the Cleveland Browns.
Man, nobody don't worry about no Cleveland Browns, man.
Just want to plug that right
Just
quick,
in case you
know what
didn't
I'm
know
saying?
who that.
Just in case you didn't know that Cleveland Browns are now officially in the playoffs for the first time.
I did not know that.
6
See?
7
Yeah,
years.
that's something I didn't know.
Just in case. But please continue.
Yeah. So, I mean, basically what I do is, I mentor athletes, and I got a few of them. I'm not going to mention specific names right now, but I got a few athletes in different age, right? So I got my daughter, I got a couple athletes around her. I have a few at the high school level. I got one particular that's in the 12th grade right now, and we just mentoring them. And I've been coaching since I stopped playing.
Right.
And so I have athletes that have graduated college now at this point.
Nice.
And so I deal with them all, because even when they leave, I still like kind of mentor them, because
they
life after
still
sports.
need yes.
The life
absolutely.
after sports is major, because the sports world is different. It's especially if you played at the collegiate level. That's all you do. And a lot of times, like socially, financially, business-wise, all that, you're closed off for most of it, because you see things. You see things from that sports world, and it's completely different than what people think. Because you're just trying to keep your scholarship for the next year. And here's this new 17-year-old, 18-year-old kid coming in, and he want it. So it's different.
You was competing to get on the team. Now you're competing to stay on the
team.
team.
And you have to. And the college world is cutthroat. Because I've had teammates to throw me under the bus. Like it's just like that. You know what I mean? Because everybody
fighting for that position.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Even outside the position, let me tell you, it gets so deep. They want your shots. So if the offense is set up where where you taking 8-9 shots a game, and you taking away from their shots and all this and that, like a lot of them just want you out the way. Right. Like it gets deep. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
now I was an athlete younger. You know what I mean? Way
before his voice got deep.
Back when I was younger. But I had perhaps the most non-black athletic events you could possibly imagine. I was a swimmer. I'm still in the aquatic.
We can actually hear how you talk.
Yeah, that's correct.
Is he trying to say I talk white?
I didn't say.
Do we need to have that conversation?
In case you didn't know, I didn't say that.
Just in case. No, but what I was going to say was, with a lot of the things going on today, I just want to ask a real brief question. Now, they have it now to where athletes can make money.
NIL.
Collegiately. And so I have to
high
ask
school
you,
now.
have you
State of Georgia is getting involved.
have you seen the impact of it? Has it been overall positive? Because I think there are big businesses and there's some elements of government that will try to make it a negative thing. And try to get it changed. I see it as a positive, but that's just on my limited little sort of liberal thinking brain.
It's a little of both, and it's funny. So another, in case you didn't know, I also have my master's in sports administration.
Okay.
So funny things, but I got my master's in 2018.
Okay.
So that was pre all of this NIL, et cetera, et cetera. And funny thing, my capstone paper, I got like an 82-page paper. Is about paying athletes, and ironically, I spoke against it, but more so from a.
You typed up an 82-page paper?
Oh yeah, and I'm telling you, like,
Well, listen, it makes sense now. That's how you can write a goddamn script.
Yeah.
All right.
Discipline. You learn it over time. But yeah,
absolutely.
So, but a lot of points that I was making was just like the fear of paying athletes, like from a legal standpoint, right? Because now you get into HR laws, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But even more so, like now I see, I kind of like the angle that they're taking it, because they're taking it more so from an advertisement perspective. So they're making money outside of the institution, which avoids all those HR laws, et cetera, et cetera. But I can't say I lean either way, because like part of it is now you're still giving money to athletes now, right? Because you already dealt with the whole big head, quote unquote, however you want it, the ego thing, right?
You got to drive a Rolls Royce,
right? And then now you talking about a separation. You know what I mean? Like, because what about the kid that's better, but
Don't get the NIL.
It's not getting the recognition.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Which is where my nonprofit kind of come in, by the way.
Okay.
Because like that's the whole purpose. The purpose is, like I said, for my situation was I didn't have any guidance. You know what I mean? My dad wasn't like there. Even the little bit he was there, he did not understand what I needed as somebody that was actually chasing an NBA dream.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? There are certain things that you need mentally that I wasn't blessed to have. You know, that type of mentorship. But now you're talking about giving athletes money in that. So like how do you combat that? Like, so how are you teaching them how to navigate that business side of the world? Because oftentimes if you're just giving them money just to use their face, you get what I'm saying? So what about the other piece? You see what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of stuff, and then you'll see a lot of athletes make a lot of money and crash. Because isn't that what we see?
Absolutely.
Yeah, oftentimes.
Yeah, so, I mean, and the bad thing is that you only hear about the negative aspects of it.
Yeah.
You know, and so if we have a platform like this where we can begin having a positive conversation, it just goes further into all the other areas that we've already talked about, both in film and music, that can have so many positive elements of it. But if we aren't taking control of the narrative,
absolutely.
If we aren't taking control of that, then of course, as with almost everything that's ever happened in this country concerning people that look like us, they'll tell us what it's going to be.
Right, which is, again, that kind of goes back to the mentorship program, right? Like, so being very big on, like, teaching those things. Because, like, now I look at it, like I said, I got a daughter that's getting ready to come up through this. So we're preparing her for this.
Right.
Like, you know, we're going to put you in a position to, you know, where your face value is enough to get some of those deals. You get what I'm saying? But I need for you to be able to navigate this and understand what it means and treating it like a business and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I just think that's the biggest portion of it. To the point, that's what all of this, treat it like a business. You know what I'm saying? It's music, film, sports, no matter what it is. And I think for us, in our community, people that look like us take things on face value way, way, way too much. Right. And I want to get away from that narrative. You know what I mean?
So, like, before we get out of here, bro, like, tell us what you have working that's brewing right now, because we got all those movies that are already lined up before we get to dues paid.
Yeah.
So what's gonna come after dues paid? Because I know you mentioned to me that you was on the phone and you was trying to get, you know what I'm saying, self-situated. Do you have like other movies already brewing?
Absolutely.
So you gonna send me my part so I can start studying now?
Yeah,
and that way that I'll be one less person that you have to worry about?
Absolutely.
Man, y'all go ahead let you sit here and network.
Wait, hold on,
get
man.
my face shots together, man.
So, like, you know what I mean?
So I mean, to answer that question, like, so I got, of course, you know, we at the end of the quarter, so you know, I'm in meetings every other day. I'm on conference call every other day because we're getting ready to roll out our production plan for 2024, right? And I mean, about 3 to 4 weeks ago, I actually just finished up Suburban Music 3. So I got an album that I'm working on.
It just dropped, right? Or it's
Suburban
about to
Music 2 is already out.
Okay.
Yeah, so Suburban Music 2 was tied in with the movie that's about to drop in the hood, baby. So I released it to get it out, you know. But with Suburban Music 3, I'm actually going to run a campaign with it too, like apart from the music. So like I'm going to do an actual campaign, a music campaign, which I haven't done since I started on movies.
Do you have a website?
Yeah, I mean, kingjboy.com. Okay. I also have teamjboy.com. I think it's just a landing page right now, but yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. So, you know what I'm saying? Man, listen, my man Jay came through here and really dropped some information just in case y'all didn't know. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of this video, you can't say you don't know nothing about King J Boi. Plug your social media in real quick, player.
Yeah. So you can follow me on, I got my Instagram is King J Boi KOS. That's KingJBoikos. It's King of the Streets.
Okay, because remember yesterday I was saying, what the hell?
Yeah, KOS.
But
King
y'all
of the Street.
got that, man. Follow my man Jay on Instagram and you're on Facebook as well.
Yeah, King J Boi. Yeah.
Same thing on
King
across all social media: TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Pornhub.
Nah, not Pornhub. No.
Let that go by mistake.
Y'all already know what it is, man. Listen, I hope y'all got some information out this. It was very informational. You know, be on the lookout for the movies that are to come.
Absolutely.
Go catch up on the movies that have already dropped and tap in with, in case you didn't know, for everything that's coming, bro. We gonna bring y'all so much information right now. It's gonna be crazy. So just like Jay, working hard. You got something?
Hey, we also, I don't think I told you this. I guess I'll be introducing this idea to you on air, but we also get into a horror movie series too. So
come on, man. Listen, my man covering everything. You know what I'm saying? Listen, y'all heard it here. Because he hit me with a just in case I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? But I'm Just Rico. Got my man King J Boi and my co-host
DJ, man. Hey,
and this has, you got something else you want to add something?
As we close, I just want to, again, man, thank you for coming up, bro.
No, I appreciate
Thank you
having
for coming
me,
up. And again, us even sitting in this room is just an example of availability meets opportunity. I think some of the topics that we covered so far is just skimming the top because even in my mind, there were 5 other areas I wanted to talk about.
Well, listen, you know, this ain't his last time coming because that's my dog.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. We want to definitely have a sit down with you and discuss some other things, discuss ownership. There's so many things that you mentioned that we could just start branching. But listen, man, it was awesome meeting you, awesome having this conversation with you, man. And just in case you didn't know, man, we appreciate you. I mean, let's do this again.
Nah, most definitely. Nah, I appreciate the opportunity.
Man, listen, look at that, bro. Everybody out here eating with the knowledge, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Again, this has been another episode of In Case You Didn't Know. I'm Just Rico.
DJ.
My man King J Boi. Y'all holler at us, man. See y'all on the next one.